course, well, for international payments, I'm thinking
I'm new to this place. I've lived here since 1960.
well, you have personal inbox.
Good. All right. Send me an email.
Motorsports, though. I hope that's not offensive.
Ron, good to see you. How are you? I've been treating you okay?
How's that?
That's doing great. Yeah, you just got married?
Yeah, that's right.
It's up right here.
One is legislative.
I'll let you go out this way so you won't get out of the
Okay, guys, we gotta get this down to 50 people. All right? So, we've got 6 people up here, so we got room for 44 people. How many, can you help me figure out how many chairs we have here? 50. 50 chairs. So, we can fill the chairs and everybody else. Okay, and that's it. I'm sorry. But our only option is that nobody gets to stay.
So we have 10 more minutes for questions if we do want any more questions answered. Thank God you got it.
So please, we'll try to find a chair, and, you know, we need a little room, we have a couple of meetings. But if you're not going to be able to get I'm really sorry.
Jason.
We'll do this again in a larger venue, I promise. Yeah, kind of a victim of our own success here, I think.
You mean in Spanish?
I'm so sorry.
I've been studying Spanish for about 8 months, so I try to read all my news.
All right.
That's very
Sam, she works for me.
Grab me a couple copies, please. Okay, you guys, we have like 10 more minutes for questions. If we want to get Sam's attention, everybody. Hold on one sec. I want everyone to hear your question.
I will speak loudly.
Okay, we're gonna start Q&A again really quick, everybody. So if we could listen up real quick, because we're running out of time for some of the panel members. So go ahead, sir.
Okay, being a farmer in Boulder County, number one, a lot of the cities are not allowing the growing of any marijuana. They've actually, shut down any dispensaries or anything else. What is we as farmers in Boulder County, what are we going to be up against as far as the county commissioners? Has anybody talked to the county commissioners or anyone else about growing hemp in Boulder?
You want to address that?
Oh, go ahead. I mean, you go first.
Okay, so I've spoken at numerous events around the state, at the farmers level, county level, and also with the Progressive 15, the Action 20, I think it is, and then there's another one called Something 22, and they represent every county in the state. Everybody across the board has been supportive. Specifically, right now, I can't recall exactly what Boulder's stance is on it, but I'm confident to say that everybody we've been communicating with at those meetings has been very supportive at every level, including, which is kind of interesting, we've had some comments from the Forest Service as well. So our goal from here on in is really to grow those conversations. We're trying to move as fast as we can. It's just really what we need is more people who have the right knowledge to keep going out there. And there's only a handful of us who can do this, if you will. So it's something that we hope to, in the next month have a more concise answer. Maybe a meeting will happen, or we'll see.
Yeah, I think that's an accurate portrayal, Jason. I think the reality is anything in Boulder County is going to be heavily regulated and take a long time to get a decision. Now, I'm a state official. I'm not a Boulder County official, even though I'm the DA for this jurisdiction. In Boulder County, has never seen an issue they didn't want to study with a lot of task forces and sit around and get everybody talking about it and thinking about it for years. I don't know how that's going to play out with this, but I do think, I totally agree with Jason, that there's a lot of goodwill towards finding a way to make hemp cultivation viable and make sense. Now, one of the realities, and one of the, I think, the brilliant parts of Amendment 64 and of all of the marijuana liberalization we see in Colorado has been to respect local control. And I think that was a brilliant thing to do politically, because what it's done is it's helped people to say each individual community and county has a certain amount of control over what happens. So I think that's been good overall for the development. It's given certain very conservative communities the right to ban and other communities to ban for whatever reason. But I would be very surprised if hemp cultivation was not both permitted and encouraged in Boulder County. Let me say finally, because I have to leave in a couple of minutes, I'm leaving my cards up here. Any of you, I say this every time I speak, I represent the people. My office is a public office. You may not agree with decisions that I make, but you have every right to come down and talk with me about them, and I enjoy meeting almost everybody I meet, and even the ones I don't enjoy, I meet with. So you're welcome to. If you have a question you don't get to ask it of me, you're welcome to give me a call, send me an email, or come down. I will say I'm going to be busy for a couple of weeks, because a week from Tuesday we start a 2-week trial that I'm lead counsel on, involving a case some of you may know about, involving the assassination of a bull elk on Mapleton Hill last year. So that's going to be a fairly intense couple of weeks. But I'm always happy to talk to any of you.
Thank you so much, Dan. So we have 8 minutes left for questions. Did you have a question, sir, back there?
Yeah, I was going to ask Andy or anyone else, what do you think about the long-term strategy for legalization of industrial hemp? Do you think it will happen at the national level first, or do you think it will have to happen state by state, or will it ever happen in your sense? Do you have any opinion on that?
This is my personal opinion. Yes, it's going to happen. And I think my personal opinion is that cannabis legalization, similar to what Colorado and Washington have done, which is sort of a regulatory scheme, will also happen. Clearly, the movement is in that direction. If you'd asked me that question 10 years ago, I wouldn't have had the same answer. But there's been a sea change. There's no doubt about it in how people think about the war on drugs generally, and how it applies to cannabis, and especially hemp. In particular. I mean, the cannabis issue is well known to most of the country now. The hemp issue is not. To the extent people know, have heard the term before, they think it's the same thing as cannabis. And, people, if you haven't investigated it, it's not something that is foremost in your mind. So I think once the issue is brought to people's attention, and people like Congressman Polis and his colleagues talk about it some more, people will realize how silly it is that hemp is outlawed the way it is. I mean, it's just a different plant. It just happens to be a cousin of cannabis, and that's all. So yes, I think that movement is clearly happening. But as we all know, the federal government moves like a glacier. And it's going to take a while before sort of the political stars will be lined up to pass a new law, but it's clearly happening.
Great. Any more questions? Yes, ma'am. And then I'll be with you, Das.
I'm representing two different groups of people that have property in eastern Colorado that are interested in being part of the pilot. So my question would be to our if we're talking about processing, do we have processing plants here in Colorado?
I'll have to defer to Jason because I do not know.
So there's a long answer and a short answer. Yes and no.
Those are both short.
And basically, yes, we can get away with using chippers. We can get away with some of the seed presses that are in the state. There's a plant in Gypsum that does OSP. They're actually tooled. They've been tooled for 25 years to process hemp, actually. And then there are a handful of other places. There's some gasohol plants in the state that would be great to get up and running again. They'd have to be retooled a little bit. But the long answer really is the goal is to get, like I mentioned earlier, we want to put the highest, best level of technology into the state as fast as we can. That exists. It's very expensive. The initial install is $5 million. The full build-out's $15 million. It needs 2,000 square meters for its space. We have 50% of that investment already offered to us. We're trying to find the other half. So if you're interested and have $7.5 million, which don't laugh at that actually, because the profit that comes out of this, and this is where I really get good. When I do my presentation, if you guys are interested, contact me. I will be doing these publicly too. But when I get into the numbers, from one facility, from 36,000 tons of material, the numbers that turn to retail numbers are phenomenal. And the products that come out of there are sellable right now. And so that's my long answer. Hopefully that helps.
And then DOS, did you have a question, DOS?
Oh, yes.
Hemp ice cream.
Yeah, I began pressing hemp seed oil in 1990. I have an oil press that'll handle 300 tons a year of seed. We're a long ways from that right now. I'm certainly looking for the day when it'll be completely used, and there'll be lots of other presses in operation. But my question of, do you know whether the United States is a signer to the single convention, the International Single Convention Treaty on Narcotic Drugs?
The 1961 Single Convention of Narcotic
Are we a
Drugs.
signer?
Yes, we are.
Who wrote it?
Yeah.
You
I believe that's the case, yeah.
Oh, okay. In section 28.2, I just returned from California, and everybody in California wishes they were living in Colorado.
That's always been true.
And so they told me that the governor has just signed a hemp farming act in California.